Doesn't matter.
Okay, he used to.
Good evening. We call to order the regular meeting of the Board of Mayor and Selectmen of the City of McComb City, Mississippi, April the 23rd, 2019, 5:30 p.m. At this time, Selectman Tullis is going to give us prayer.
Our hand. Lord God, we thank you for this day. We thank you for all the blessings you've given us. Father God, thank you for sending your Son, that he would give his life to save us from our sins, Father. Lord, we ask that you watch over the city of McComb, watch over its employees, citizens, businesses. Lord, please lift us up and guide us, strengthen us. We ask all these things in your name, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen. Let's find out who we have on the phone with us. Who do we have?
Selectman Johnson here.
Selectman Brock and Selectman Johnson?
Yes.
Okay, Angela? Okay, she's not here. Okay, we have Selectman Brock and Selectman Johnson on the phone. Consent docket, can I get a motion and a second to approve the consent docket?
So moved. Second.
It was motioned by Selectman Cameron, second by Selectman Tullis. I have only one discussion as it relates to that because the financial report is in there, and you will notice it's letter D. Just want you to notice when you go through the source of revenue, just how our sales taxes are dropping. For the month of March of last year, we collected $411,070.31. For the month of March 2019, we collected only $268,819.28. That's a drop of $142,250. If you would divide what we projected sales tax revenue, it would be $475,000 per month. We should be at $2,850,000, but we're at $2,598,712.02. That's $251,281.98 below our projected revenues in sales taxes. Not only that, but if you would just look at the receipts compared to last year's total revenue, last year at this time, we had collected $6,014,301.61. So far this year, we have collected $5,648,913.72. That is a difference of $365,387.89. When I speak of a drop in revenues, this is what I'm talking about. And at some point, this board and the CA is going to have to make a decision. And we're going to have to make a decision soon as it relates to revenues. But other than that, that's all that I wanted to bring to your attention. Anybody have any other discussion on the consent docket? None? All in favor, say aye. Okay. We have Selectman Williams, Selectman Brock, Selectman Johnson, Selectman Tullis, Selectman Cameron, all saying aye for the consent docket. Number 3, consider authorizing Tremaine and Felicia Matilla to meet with the city employees to discuss financial options with Prime America. They came before the board, so can I get a motion and a second? Selectman Cameron, Selectman Williams. As I said, they did come before the board. You have in your package retirement, dollars saved for kids. You know, they talk to us a lot about financing and in the work session, so now it's to authorize them or give them permission to talk with the employees. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye. Wait, come on.
Aye.
Wait just a moment. Selectman Tullis.
Now, we have an insurance company, Johnson & Oaks, that has done a great job for us. I don't understand what this is all about.
Okay, this is simply about them talking to our employees about having enough money for retirement, enough money for burial, and all that.
No conflict with our...
Oh, no, sir.
Okay.
Oh, no, sir. None at all. Any other questions? Discussion?
Mayor Michael,
Yes,
this is the same information we had in the work session, correct?
that's correct. That's correct. Any other questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye. Aye.
We have Selectman Johnson, Selectman Brock, Selectman Williams, Selectman Hill, Selectman Tullis, and Selectman Cameron, all saying aye. Consider issuing a proclamation for 50th anniversary for municipal clerk.
So moved.
Second.
It was motioned by Selectman Hill, second by Selectman Cameron. Any discussion? No discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye. Aye.
We have Selectman Brock, Selectman Johnson, Selectman Williams, Selectman Hill, Selectman Tullis, and Selectman Cameron, all saying aye. Number 5, consider approving fireworks display at Edgewood Park on May the 11th, 2019. Pop in the park, McComb created partnership.
Plant flowers.
Can I get a motion in a second?
So moved.
Okay, Selectman Tullis, Selectman Cameron. Any discussion? Any discussion? No discussion? Wait. Yes,
We got our insurance.
we got insurance?
We got
All that.
Okay, good.
Any other discussion? No other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, we have Selectman Hill, Selectman Williams, Selectman Brock, Selectman Johnson, Selectman Cameron, Selectman Tullis, all saying aye. Number 6, consider receiving a donation in the amount of $50 from Brooke Foster and $50 from Tina Broomfield to the McComb Animal Shelter to be deposited into Fund 001-000-346 and increase line item number 000-105-770 and further authorizing a budget amendment for said amount. These funds are to be used to purchase necessary equipment and supplies for the McComb Animal Shelter only. Can I get a motion in second? Okay, Selectman Cameron, Selectman Tullis. Any discussion? I have one discussion and one concern, and that is if this money is not spent by the end of the fiscal year, it's going into the general fund, so it's going to be lost. So we need to set up a special fund account for all this money to go into. That way it will remain in that fund as the fiscal year rolls over. But if it stays like this in the general fund, when this fiscal year ends, that money is going to stay in the general fund. It does not roll over to the next year. Yes, sir.
Rather than amending tonight, why don't we just put that on the work session or put that on the agenda for next time to add a special account?
Okay, I'm just bringing that to your attention. When I was looking at this and reviewed this, I said, at the end of the year, if the animal shelter does not use all this money will just roll over into the general fund. So we need to have a special fund set up. Right now, 001-000-346. That's gonna go into the general fund. And that's not what the people who are donating this money want it to go into. Okay? No, with no, unless somebody else has a question or concern?
Mayor Lawson,
Yes, sir.
is there a running total on that, line 346?
We do not have a running total, but we probably could, generate a running total.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions or discussion? None, all in favor say aye. Opposers, nay. Okay, we have Selectman Brock, Selectman Johnson, Selectman Williams, Selectman Hill, Selectman Collins, Selectman Cameron, all saying aye. Number 7, consider receiving a donation in the amount of $1,170. Check number 55971 for St. Hubert, Gilroy, $3,009.60. Check number 56032 from St. Hubert, Gilroy, for a total of $4,179.60 to the McComb Animal Shelter to be deposited again, fund number 001000346, and increase line item 001105690 to $1,170, and line item number 001105770 by $3,009.60, and further authorizing a budget amendment for said amount. These funds are to be used to purchase necessary equipment and supplies for the McComb Animal Shelter only. Can I get a motion in second?
So moved.
Selectman Toller.
Second.
Selectman Cameron. Any discussion? No discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, we have Selectman Johnson, Selectman Brock, Selectman Williams, Selectman Hill, Selectman Toller, and Selectman Cameron, all saying aye. Number 8, consider approving payment number 7 from Greenbrier DSLP in the amount of $316,998.31 for the Northwest Interceptor Upgrade Project. Can I get a motion in second?
So moved.
Selectman Toller.
Second.
Selectman Cameron. Discussion. Ms. Alice.
Yes,
How are you today?
I'm fine.
Or this evening, should I say?
I'm fine.
Ms. Alice, I've been keeping up, driving along, trying to keep up with Greenbrier and where they are with this project. How are they coming along, Ms. Alice?
They have crossed Park Drive, and they are on Gay now and getting ready to go up Stokes.
And Ms. Alice, that cut they did on Park,
It is holding.
it is holding.
Yes, it is.
Okay, good. Any question or discussion on payment number 7? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposers, nay. Hearing none, Selectman Brock, Selectman Johnson, Selectman Hill, Selectman Toller, Selectman Cameron, and Selectman Williams all vote aye. Consider approving number 8 for Greenbrier DSLP in the amount of $476,047.81 for the Northwest Interceptor Upgrade Project. Can I get a motion in second?
So moved.
Selectman Toller.
Second.
Selectman Williams. Any discussion? No discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
We have Selectman Brock, Selectman Johnson, Selectman Cameron, Selectman Toller, Hill, and William all saying aye. Consider, number 10, consider approving the renewal of the Magnolia Landfill LLC contract for disposal of household or residential non-industrial vegetative rubbish and or yard waste. Can I get a motion in second?
So moved.
Selectman Cameron,
Second.
Selectman Williams, any discussion?
Yeah, I'm reading the contract, and on the first page, number 3, maybe like the one after the third line, rules and regulations of the Mississippi Department of Environmental Quality are any materials which, in his opinion, may be toxic or hazardous in the event that Magnolia Landfill LLC declines to accept any materials or the individual transporting the unacceptable material shall be responsible or removing said unacceptable material from the premises at no expense to landfill. Are we going by his opinion, or is there like a list of things that can be accepted there?
It's primarily a rubbish, and we go by the requirements EPA has for him.
Okay.
So if those things that on that list that cannot go in his rubbish field, it can't be.
So there is a said thing that
Yes,
can and cannot.
yes, yes.
So why is, in his opinion, in that?
Cover his back.
Yeah, cover.
I
his
get
money.
that, but yeah, he can say, I can bring something down there that may be on the list, in his opinion, well, it shouldn't be there. Could the citizen or anybody pull out the list and say, hey, it can be? Or if they were to get into that, where do they go to resolve the issue?
Good question. EPA?
CPA? Okay.
And a citizen would have to work with him to determine what they can bring and what they can't bring. And normally, it's within the guidelines of EPA.
Okay.
Yeah, it says in his opinion, but there is a guideline.
Okay. And this is for all citizens in McComb, if they decide to do so?
That's for all citizens in McComb.
That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. That's all I got.
But you know, Selectmen Hill, so often they put it out there on the side of the road,
Right.
and Alice crew has to go
And I
pick it up and haul it off.
And I will leave what's not acceptable is left.
Okay, any other questions?
Mayor Locke,
Yes.
what was, Selectman Hill concern?
There in number 3 of the contract, line 2, it says, line 3, in that section 3, the second sentence says, in his opinion, and he was wanting to know who, if there was a dispute, who would they go to settle the dispute, and Ms. Alice said EPA or MDEQ. But other than that, I think that's what your concern was. Any questions, Selectman Brock?
No, none.
Oh, okay,
I'm clear.
okay.
Thank you.
Go ahead. I think that our city attorney has joined us.
Mayor, I have a question. So, then if there is a dispute, I just want to get clarification on Selectman Hill's, the answer to Selectman Hill's question. If there is a dispute, the response was it's going to be settled by MDEQ, correct? That was the response?
That's correct.
Okay.
Understand, MDEQ regulates the rubbish field anyway.
Right.
So if there's a concern whether or not it's acceptable to his rubbish, it can go to MDEQ. Okay? Selectman Cameron.
Quick question. This is just covering what city truck takes down there. I mean, if I want to load up a pickup truck and take down there, this $4,225 doesn't cover that.
No.
Correct.
Correct.
Okay. Is that?
No, I mean, even if I put some out, well, I'm glad she clarified that they don't even pick it up. So I didn't know if we took it back, if we
But
didn't.
we would inform you why we couldn't
Okay,
get it.
right, okay.
Yes, I would let you know that, sir, I can't get this because we can't take it to the landfill.
Right.
For an example, my neighbor put out his big TV that had gone,
Mhm.
and I tried to advise him that Waste Management was not going to pick up that,
Mhm.
nor was the city of McComb going to pick up that TV, because it's an electronic, okay? But he set it out there anyway.
And,
And we did not do
we do have a day that we, gather all the hazardous waste
The
material.
Household Hazardous Waste Day that's coordinated between the county and the city.
Correct. I'm good to go.
Okay, any other questions? No other questions, all in favor say aye. Okay, we have Selectman Cameron, Selectman Toller, Selectman Hill, Selectman Williams, Selectman Brock, and Johnson, all saying aye. Okay, thank you, Ms. Allen.
You're welcome.
Consider approving the plat for the combination of lots 1 and 2 of the Park Lane Business Center into lot 1-8. Can I get a motion and a second?
So moved.
Selectman Toller. Second. Once. Twice.
Second.
Second.
Okay, Selectman Hill. Okay, any discussion? The gentleman came before us in the work session and explained why he wanted this to be included as one lot instead of two. Any questions? No questions, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, we have Selectman Brock, Selectman Johnson, Selectman Williams, Selectman Hill, Selectman Tullis, and Selectman Cameron, all saying aye. Number 12, consider receiving bid tabulation for bid number MC 03-19001 promissory note in the amount of $500,000 for the city of McComb and awarding the bid to Trustmark National Bank, Post Office Box 647, McComb, for 36 months. Can I get a motion and second?
So moved. Second.
Selectman Hill, Selectman Williams. Any discussion? We do want to, yes, sir.
Could you take the time to explain to the constituents why we can't use this money to repair streets?
Okay, we'll do that. This money, understand, is hotel motel tax money. And according to the law that was passed for us to receive hotel motel tax money, it has to be used for recreation and tourism. But it cannot be used to repair streets or to purchase asphalt to fix potholes. If we did that, we would be in violation of the law that was passed to create the hotel motel tax. And just for your information, we've received 2 bids on this, and as you heard, it's being awarded to Trustmark National Bank. The interest rate we got was 3.29 on that. Okay? Did I do okay, Mr. Brock, Selectman Brock?
Excellent.
Okay, good. Let's continue to move. Let's vote. All in favor say aye. Okay, we have Selectman Brock, Selectman Johnson, Selectman Williams, Selectman Hill, Selectman Toller, and Selectman Cameron, all saying aye. Number 13, consider approving payment number 7 to Neil Schaefer for the Railroad Boulevard Project, Improvement Project, in the amount of $3,614.08. Can I get a motion in a second?
So moved.
It was motioned by Selectman Toller, seconded by Selectman Cameron. Any discussion? No discussion, all in favor say aye. Okay, we have Selectman Johnson, Selectman Brock, Selectman Williams, Selectman Hill, Selectman Toller, and Selectman Cameron, all saying aye.
Mayor Lockton,
Yes, sir.
I would like to make a motion to amend the agenda, please, sir.
Okay, before or after 14 and 15?
Before.
Okay, go ahead.
I would like to amend the agenda to add one item, postal meeting. Second.
Would you go ahead and make your motion, Selectman, so I can get it?
Yes. I'm making the motion to add one item,
Okay, and that item is
Social media,
to hire a,
social,
okay. Selectman Brock wants to add to the agenda, so while we're adding, I need to add also, one item to the agenda, authorizing the city attorney to handle the EEOC claim.
Second.
That's, so with those two things being added to the agenda, can I get a motion?
Mayor, what was the,
Come back?
Mayor, what was the item Selectman Brock added, I didn't hear it.
Selectman Brock added an item, wants to consider adding an item to hire a social media person.
Incorrect, Mayor.
Okay, say it again then.
This item is to, discuss, social media.
To discuss, okay, I thought you said hire, to discuss
I'm sorry.
a social media person, okay?
Second.
Okay. He second, okay, there's a motion and second to amend the agenda for two items. One, to discuss social media person. Two, to authorize the city attorney to handle the EEOC claim.
Is it a person or social media?
Social media. Is it social media person or just social media?
Social media.
Okay. With that clarification, can I get a motion and second? That was to add. That was to consider adding. We got to vote. Yeah. All in favor of adding the two items? Say aye.
Aye.
Okay, we have Selectman Johnson, Selectman Brock, Selectman Tullis, Selectman Cameron, Selectman Hill, and Selectman Williams all saying aye to adding these two items. Let's go ahead and deal with these two added items. First, it's been amended to discuss social media. Can I get a motion and a second? Johnson. Second.
Second.
Brock. We ready for discussion? Any discussion?
Yes, sir.
Huh? Go ahead.
No, sir, go ahead.
Okay, it's discussion time.
Can the city attorney hear me?
Angela? She was on.
Yes, Selectman Brock, can you hear me?
Yes, I've got a question. We've got, two media outlets, there in City Hall, Enterprise Journal, and, the, talk show, Talk Radio. And I noticed that the, Talk Radio has blocked, some of the, selectmen from accessing the media page on radio. How do we move forward? Do we just ask them to unblock us so we have access to dialogue with the, citizens back and forth?
I think it's just, we could submit a request asking and requesting that you be unblocked, especially so that if any member of the board desires and wants to correspond and communicate with a constituent, or maybe someone across the state who's also maybe watching or listening to the community board meetings, that you're able to do so. So I think the latter suggestion of submitting a request would be appropriate.
Mayor,
Yes?
Madam Attorney, can you hear me?
Oh, yes, Selectman Johnson again.
Is there any way possible, while we're on this conversation, could we also send a letter to speak to him? I mean, he gets on the, radio and says a lot of derogatory things. He calls us thugs, idiots, it goes on, and I feel like that could be affecting our tax base, because I've read some of the comments when people say, well, I don't shop there. We need to get a handle on this. And then he blocks us from being able to respond to these false allegations. I mean, he's called the mayor an orchard, called Selectman Brock. He unknown Selectmen Hill and, falsely accused me of 126 votes. She needs to check, the election results from May 1st.
What, perhaps also maybe, also effective and perhaps, I think, based on the two comments from me and also Selectman Rock, which may be a good idea, is just a conversation as well about it to see how we may be resolved, if there are any issues that need to be addressed. And obviously, Selectman Johnson, just from what you just shared, it sounds like in addition to a request based on Selectman Rock's statement from comment a few minutes ago, a conversation may be helpful as well.
That's unfortunate.
Mayor Lockton,
Go ahead, I'm listening.
could you move forward, our city administrator with that request? I'm not, the name calling really doesn't bother me. It's the inaccurate facts, inaccurate information of false news that that the social media site person on the radio is putting out that I believe also could be having an effect on our tax base.
Okay, what,
Just a request or a conversation.
let's see if we can get a conversation, with them, on this issue, Selectman Brock.
Thank you.
Okay? Any other discussion?
I have some.
Go ahead, Selectman Hill.
I mean, this is our city. You know, everybody pretty much in this room, we stay here. And it's real unfortunate that, you know, I sit at this table and I sit across. I've seen this stuff on social media, and I've also listened to you on the radio. And it's real disappointing to hear you talk about us, call us up. So I heard you call me, you mentioned our number, of course. It's really unfortunate, and it's really distasteful as well. We're trying to move this city forward. I've heard the lies that you have told, misleading the citizens and what we're trying to do here. It's real unfortunate. If you want to report, please report good stuff. Not ever hear anything good about what goes on in this city hall. There's a lot of stuff that goes on good, and it's real distasteful for us to always get on and see you dogging us out. And really, it's distasteful to even see you sitting here amongst these good people that love our city. It's time for us to move forward, man. We're trying to get away from that. Just the last meeting here, we finally got along. We made something happen. Me and my cameraman smiled and shook hands a long time. That was great for me. And to continue to, you know, get the news that you're putting out there is real. It's backwards, and what we're trying to move our city forward to. I would like to, if this doesn't improve, I would like to not even have them in here, because we're trying to move forward. We're trying to move McComb to a place where everybody will love more, and that's not helping at all.
Selectman Cameron.
This is going on nationally, this is going on everywhere, and I think there was, in the previous administrations, there was something said about me at one time. I mentioned to our then attorney, I think, and attorney, don't we kind of open ourselves up when we run for office and we're a public figure? Don't we kind of give up our rights as what we're called and what we're don't we kind of forfeit that right?
Well, Selectman Cameron, I don't know if you necessarily forfeit a right as to what you're called, and definitely, you know, there is freedom of speech, but as to any individual, whether you're elected or not, I don't, you know, there is a certain amount of, I think, respect that any individual wants, whether they're elected or not. I do think that when it comes to certain cases, and I don't know if you're talking about the public figure
two hands, Selectman Thomas and then Selectman Williams.
City Attorney, it's not illegal to bar media from public meetings?
I didn't hear, now, I am on a speakerphone, so I didn't hear anyone say that they were gonna bar the media, but maybe I missed something because I'm on the speakerphone. And did someone...
But attorney, just let us just put the question out there. Is it illegal to bar the media from a public meeting?
It's an open meeting. So if it's an open meeting, anyone can attend.
Okay, just wanted to put it out there, because that's where I think Selectman Thomas was trying to clear up. Now,
Yes.
Selectman Williams.
So listen, to answer your question, if it's an open meeting, anyone can attend. I thought you were asking me based on someone posing it that we're going to bar the media, but to directly answer your question, no, because it's an open meeting, and Selectman Phillips, he's, very, and he's been on this board numerous years, and so he knows with, public meetings, it's open to the public.
Okay, Selectman Williams.
I haven't listened to the radio station or even saw the comments or anything that was said, but, I've heard from other people what was said, and I think listening to everybody here right now, I think we're missing the point. I think this board is asking for the help of the radio station. That's what I'm hearing, because with all the negative that's been said, and we see it in the paper, we see it, they hear it on the radio, it's not helping moving the city forward, because even with this board, we can't do it by ourselves. It's going to take the help of everybody in this community and this city to move the city forward. And if we're trying to go in one direction and somebody else is pulling us in another direction, we lose. We defeat the purpose of moving forward. I mean, I just think, it's time out right now for us to come together as a city and stop blaming the previous board, stop blaming the board here, stop blaming this and stop blaming that. It's time out. I mean, because I believe that these citizens and the city of McComb deserve better. And I know the men that I serve with, I mean, I know we can give better. But it's not going to be by just this board alone. It's going to have to be the newspaper, the social media, the radio station, and the citizens to be involved. And that's what I think that this board is asking for right now. That we find a way to come together and squash all this, the nonsense, the negative, because that's what's happening right now with this city. A lot of negativity. And we'll end up in the same place that we have always been if somebody don't break the cycle of negativity. And I think this what this board is asking for right now. Even listening to Mr. Hill, he just said that him and Selectman Cameron hadn't shook hands and said words in years. And he said he liked that. That felt good to him. So that's a move forward of a change. And that's what this city of McComb needs. It needs for people to say, okay, you know what, that's what we used to do. It's a new board. Accept the new board. And because it's the new board, it represents change. And I know some people are afraid of change. But all change is not bad. But you can't just say, okay, well, it's a different board. We already know what's going to happen. The city, I don't think the city have really given this board a chance. From day one since we've been on this board, I mean, it's been nothing but negativity. So how are we supposed to move the city forward if we're fighting against negativity, but study trying to move the city forward? I think it's just time out for the negativity of the citizens and for the board. We got to find some kind of common goal, and we have to remove our feelings, our emotions, and our egos, and look at what's important. The citizens and the city of McComb, that's what we're here for. That's what we were elected to do, and put everything to the side. And that's just my opinion. I think that this board is asking for a common ground to where we can have a discussion with the radio station and see where can we meet. Where can we meet to resolve some of this negativity and move some of this negativity? Because I think that's what the city wants, and I think that's what the city deserves.
Okay, Selectman Brock, Selectman Johnson. Any more discussion?
Yes, Mayor, one other thing I wanted to say is, and this is work from our last work session to now social media, I was presented, but our last work session, we had some disagreements, among board members, and if I played any part of that, I want to apologize to each and every board member there, but, I don't want to get it twisted, and nobody to get it twisted. This board is unified, and we're going to continue to be unified and move forward.
Okay. I just want to add one thing on Selectmen Brock and Selectmen Hill alluded to, and Selectmen Williams. I do not believe that segments of our community have even given this board a chance. From day one, when the mayor set our inauguration for this administration, on Super Talk 93.5, you found people on there calling us monkeys and what's the big shebang about. I mean, we've only been in office, what, 9-10 months. Where our revenues are, it just didn't get here with this administration. I mean, and changes happen. And I think as a city, we all need to come together and move positively forward and try to unify this city. Look, prime example, last board meeting we had some disagreements as to Selectmen Brock alluded to. A wise person once said, sometimes when you're making sausages, it gets messy. But make no mistake, and hear me clearly on this, when it comes to issues that affect the city of McComb, we're going to be unified and we're going to be together on it. So the divisiveness about it, we're going to disagree. We're not going to see everything eye to eye. But when it comes to moving this city forward, we're going to stand together and we're going to do it as a team.
I just want to know what's going to be done about this social media. I mean, I feel like I'm being, and at some point, and if it keeps happening, harassed. Like, it just needs to stop. It's disgusting.
I think what we need to do is what our attorney suggested, that we have conversation, we have dialogue with the radio station. That's, that's the first step as a city. I may do it as an individual, I may do it as a mayor, but when I do it as a mayor, I'm not representing the board. But when the board says, let's do something, then it's the board authorizing it. And it's a big difference between me as the mayor and I've not been authorized versus the board authorizing it. So if that's the desire of the board, then, make it known, and we'll do that.
Because another thing is, Mayor, when people do Google the city of McComb, if you Google anything, there's going to be many sources that pop up, and that might very well pop up, and the negative stuff is just people going to be reading reviews on the show, and I don't know, man. It's just not good. I mean, and again, people have the right to say whatever they want to, but I feel like if you come to this room to pick up on mess and then go back and say negative stuff, you're for the wrong reason. We're trying to do something different, man. And I spoke to you directly a while ago because we know exactly who it is. We're talking about you, and it just needs to stop.
Okay, Mr. Simmons, short and sweet.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Board. I think that the confusion is, Mr. Williams, and those who say radio stations to a point, and you use the term fair and balanced. If you would ask the host of 93.5, Dave in the morning, his title, he would tell you he is a right-wing political commentator. Right-wing, Michael and Ted, that means Republicans, and you know that. So he's affiliated with the Republican Party to the utmost, and he don't want nothing that the Democratic administration to say. He's not pushing the Democratic process because he can't stand the Democrats. And that's the reason he's so obnoxious in the morning against every Democratic member of this board since you all been on that board. So my point is, he's not a news. He can get the news off another network and say he's reporting the news, but he's not a newscaster. He's a right-wing political commentator. Ask him his job title.
Okay, thank you. Okay, now Selectman Brock, we're in the discussion part of this motion. Is it anything out of this motion that, any action? Because if it is, I said if there is any action, then we're gonna need a substitute motion.
So are you asking for direction from the board? I'm sorry, I missed it, my
Ye-
phone was on there now.
Yes, sir. We've been in the discussion part.
Yeah,
And we're.
yeah, I would like, go ahead, Selectman Johnson.
I would like to make a motion to direct the mayor and the city attorney to have a conversation with Super Talk 93.5 in regards to help me out, Mayor, with how we need to do this.
You're making a motion that the mayor and the city attorney have a conversation with 93.5 concerning negative comments.
Correct, that's the motion.
Okay? That's a substitute motion.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Is it second?
Second.
Okay, we have a substitute motion made by Selectman Johnson, second by Selectman Brock. We've been discussing this. I don't think we need to discuss it anymore unless you want to. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposers nay.
Nay.
We have Selectman Toller saying nay. We have Selectman Brock, Selectman Johnson, Selectman Williams, Selectman Hill, and Selectman Cameron saying yea. So be it. Motion passed. The second added item was to authorize the city attorney to handle the EEOC claim filed against the city.
So moved.
It was motioned by Selectman Hill, second by Selectman Williams. Understand, our attorney informed me that the insurance company will not be handling this claim, and therefore we need to authorize her to handle this claim. And she presented this claim to us in the executive session. Any discussion? No discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Did I hear you, Selectman Brown?
Yeah,
Okay, we have Selectman Brown, Selectman Johnson, Selectman Williams, Selectman Hill, Selectman Toller, Selectman Cameron, all saying aye. Okay, motion carried.
Who motioned second?
It was motioned by Hill, second by Williams. Okay, back to the agenda now. It says, consider receiving airport board resolution, Ronnie Brock.
Mayor Lockwood,
Yes, sir.
I would like to, I'm gonna make a motion here, and the motion is, for the city board to authorize our city attorney to create a resolution to amend the airport charter to resolve the joint appointment and creating a new seat to be appointed by the city of Magnolia.
Okay, so that's going to be another item added to the agenda. So we're going to have a motion and a second to add another item to the agenda. Did you hear me,
Make a
Selectman?
motion to add an item to the agenda.
Okay.
Second.
Selectman Brock made another motion to add an item to the agenda. State the item, Selectman Brock.
Airport board resolution amendment.
Okay. And it was seconded by Selectman Johnson. Okay, you have before us another motion to amend the agenda to add an item as it relates to the airport board resolution amendment. Can I get a motion? There's already been a motion second. Can I get any discussion? No, Selectman, Tolan?
What's this got to do with Magnolia?
Let's get to the discussion. Once
Sure.
Okay, all in favor of adding this item, say aye.
Aye.
Okay,
Aye.
okay. All against adding this item, say nay.
Nay.
Okay, we have Selectman Brock, Selectman Johnson, Selectman Williams, Selectman Hill, all saying aye. Selectman Cameron and Selectman Toller saying nay. Now, let's deal with this. We have before us a new added item, being the airport board, that the board would consider a resolution amending the airport board. Now, need a motion and second. Johnson.
Second.
Brock. Now it's discussion. That's where you come in, Selectman Toller.
We're dealing as a city of McComb with the county. That's got nothing to do with Magnolia. Didn't he mention Magnolia?
Yeah.
We're dealing with the county and the city of McComb, not Magnolia.
Okay.
Mayor.
Selectman Hill. Go ahead, Selectman Johnson.
I think the motion is to add Magnolia as a owner of the airport. That's the motion. So that way.
Not owner.
Okay.
I'm listening.
As we all know, we've been dealing with this airport thing back and forth for a couple of months now, since the end of January, and we come to no result. The joint appointment has gone back and forth with all kind of language and untruth. Even board members on the airport are unsure of the events that happened over the past years. 15 years. We've appointed a position, appointed a person to that seat, Mr. Ed Silas. After that was done, the county has come up with the case that they won't ratify. After not ratifying Mr. Walter Holyfield back in 2009, it wasn't ratified. He served a full term. That term expired. Mr. Walter Holyfield was reappointed by the county on full term. That term expired. It fell back to the city at the end of this year. We appointed Mr. Ed Silas, and all hell broke loose. We've been back and forth. The county has done a resolution appointing Mr. Walter Holyfield back on board. Mr. Holyfield has resigned. Don't want to serve. I think the county has met with our attorneys, their attorneys, who come to no resolve. We're back at square one. Now, the airport board itself, charter says it can be amended from time to time. The airport lies within the jurisdiction of Magnolia. It lies within their jurisdiction. And we're going to always have this back and forth if we don't have some resolve. When this was created, the language in it wasn't correct. It wasn't spelled out how these forms would take place. I say and see that the only way to move forward, unless the county is going to immediately seek Mr. Ed Silas, I say let's move forward with amending the airport charter, as it says, can be amended to dissolve that joint seat, which is the issue, and bring in the Magnolia, city of Magnolia, to be the entity to appoint that one member, not ownership, but that one member. That continues the 3 seats for the county, 3 seats for the city and 1 seat for the city of Magnolia. Magnolia has indicated that they are willing to come on board and contribute equal amounts. I think we need to move forward with authorizing our clerk to create this resolution and offer it as a solution so we can move forward with these other points.
Okay, Angela, you're still there? Angela?
I'm still here. Yes,
Uh,
Mayor Lodge. I'm here. Can you hear me?
yes, ma'am. Have we filed the, declaratory judgment?
We have not. What I have done is I communicated with, I reached out to all of the board members and to get some estimations from the board, what direction they wanted to move in with respect to the declaratory judgment, and based on the overall conversations that I had from the board in its entirety or as a whole, then it was a sense that the board wanted to move in the direction of trying to maintain a relationship with the county, and to that end, seeing as at first it could be resolved in lieu of filing the declaratory judgment.
Okay. However, the board spoke loud and clear that they did want to file the declaratory judgment. If they don't want to, they need to rescind that, but until they rescind that, Angela, you are required to file it.
Well, Mayor, last week, that I was going to ask to be recognized after Selectman Brock concluded, based on what I received from the majority of the board, then if the board decided they did not want to file it, then they could always rescind the motion. I'm going to do whatever the board wants me to do. And so I just need some guidance from the board. If the board wants me to file it, then that's all I need to know. However, if the board wants to go in another direction, I need to know that as well. And it would simply take a motion rescinding that previous motion for a declaratory judgment. I just need to hear from the board what its desires are.
Okay,
And I'll act accordingly.
so here we are, Mr. Brown, with the board to consider amending the airport board resolution. Any more discussion on that? Selectman Cameron.
Okay, I was contacted by the attorney, and it was my opinion not to have her do the declaratory judgment, mainly being that Walt Holyfield withdrew, so the judge really doesn't have anything to decide on that. It would be my opinion that we need to rescind that motion. Don't have to do it tonight. She doesn't have to file that tomorrow. The reason McComb and Pike County make the appointments is because we own the airport jointly. I think bringing somebody else in just muddies the water. Nothing against Magnolia. Absolutely nothing against Magnolia. Radio, do not put anything that I said anything bad about Magnolias. Why couldn't we just say, take out the agreeing upon, and why don't we just say, county does it, city does it, and it stands. We don't have to agree with theirs, and they don't have to agree with ours, and we rock it right on along.
Mayor Lockton?
Go ahead, Selectman Brock.
If I'm not mistaken, and I might rely on the attorney, I think that has already been offered.
That's right.
I think that's already been offered to the county. If not, I'll have to agree with Selectman Cameron, but I'm sure it's been offered. That's, see Mr. Cyrus, that, releases everyone from this so-called invisible, signing off on, or ratifying, and, take turns. It's not muddying the water, it's clearing the waters up. The water's been muddy for probably 25 years. Mr. Silas' appointment just brought it to a head.
Mayor Lockwood,
Go ahead, Selectman Johnson.
I'm gonna have to agree with something that the mayor said. If the board is not in favor of, bringing McComb on to handle this other appointment, then I'm gonna have to support the mayor on let's go ahead and stick with, our vote that we took to, follow, emergency injunction and a declaratory judgment, because the mayor and the attorney in good faith had a meeting with the board president and their attorney, and then that Monday morning, before the Chancery Court renaming ceremony, I attended the board meeting, and Mr. Lambert stated to the county board of supervisors, we have not received any emergency injunction or declaratory judgment from the city, and we'll wait on the city to see what they're gonna do. So obviously, after the meeting with the mayor, the attorney, and also their board attorney, after they found out that Mark Holyfield had resigned, that should have been the opportune time then for the county to go ahead and approve or ratify our appointee. That wasn't a hard thing to do. We're back at square one, and I think out of 2 months, we gave the good faith effort. We didn't create this mess. We took a vote, they refused to accept our vote. And I think the only way we're going to get to a resolve is to let a court determine it, because the two entities are not going to agree.
Mayor, lastly, if I may, it was my understanding from the meeting that we had, and then again, after I say this, I'm still going to, listen and wait for some kind of guidance from the board, but it was my understanding from the meeting, the mayor did propose Mr. Silas, that is the city's appointment, but also from the meeting, the county recommended that the board give some suggestions on how it would like to see the agreement amended. What proposals did the mayor and the board have for amending any proposed amendments that the board wanted to recommend? And so there has not been, I have not drafted any amendments, but to my knowledge, there have not been any amendments presented to the county. So, with that being said, that was my understanding of it. Like I said, the mayor and I did both propose Mr. Silas for the county's consideration, and then the county then said, okay, will the city of McComb propose some draft of how you'd like to see it amended? And to my knowledge, we haven't, again, like I said, given any proposals, but like I said, if it's the board's desire to go ahead and file for the declaratory judgment, I need to know. If you want to propose an amendment, just let me know either way.
Okay, and let me insert my 2 cents here. In the meeting with Chuck, Wayne, yourself, city attorney, and myself, it was clear they did not want to make an appointment until after we made some recommendation as to the amendment of the resolution. I'm totally against that, because as I told Wayne, as I told Chuck, that our prior action speaks that there was a gentleman's agreement, and that's why our records and their records do not reflect any agreement or ratification of those individuals. We don't have any record when they appointed that we ratified or we agreed with their appointment when we appointed. There is nothing in their records that said that they ratified or agreed upon our appointment. Because of no records, it is clear that there was a gentleman's understanding that when the city made its recommendations, it was so be it. When the county, it was so be it. That's why there are no records. To ask for an amendment now, after it was our time to make the appointment, I think is null and void. Make the appointment, then let's go ahead and ask for amendment to the resolution. That was my position, because the board had voted 4-2 to see Ed Silas in that position.
Well, that was both of our positions there. That was yours and mine, that you should not have an amendment before consideration of the board's appointment. And so, with that being said, you know, if the board, even though that was my position and your position, without me inserting my position into it, because I'm the board attorney, I did not want to insert my position in it, although you can because you're the mayor. But, you know, the board, I did want you to know that if you want to, I know the mayor has said, you know, that you had taken a vote prior to, which is true, for declaratory judgment. If that is what you want, again, fine. You're the voting members of the body. I just need you guys one way or the other. That's all I need.
I support the mayor 100% on his position.
Okay.
Selectman Williams.
Mayor Lockwood?
Just a moment, Selectman Williams has the floor.
And I agree with the mayor too, as far as when you say that our vote should stand, and then we come back and make the amendment. I agree with that, because it was our turn to vote, we made the vote, and I feel like, I mean, our vote should stand. But I don't want to see the city and the county in a court battle, because that's not what we're trying to do. It's not a good look for us. I think we need to come to an agreement to where they can accept our vote, we make the amendment, and we move on. It has to be some kind of line drawn to what, instead of the gentleman's agreement, where there is no documentation, we need to come up with a way that we have documentation on moving forward. So my suggestion is that, you know, we have that conversation to where they accept that our vote, then we make the amendment, and then we come up with another plan to agree how we're gonna do this moving forward. But I'm not for, and this is just me, I'm not for having this court battle between the city and the court. I mean, the city and county and court. I mean, I don't think we should have that kind of relationship. We don't need that kind of relationship right now coming about, and that's my opinion.
Okay, Selectman Bronx, you were next.
Board, Mayor Lockwood, board, Mr. Silas was appointed by the city to the board, airport board. The county rejected, said that Mr. Walt Holyfield was the best candidate, and did some type of resolution to reflect that, which was totally out of order. Since then, Mr. Holyfield has resigned. He's no longer interested. Why Mr. Silas is not being succeeded now, I don't have a clue. And they did operate in good faith by not, when they came to the meeting that Friday, Mr. Holyfield's resignation was in hand, and it wasn't presented. I think we've been operating in good faith. I don't know anything else to do but move forward with the motion. I mean, the suggestion that Selectman Cameron came up with, that's been dealt with. We talked about that. Make the appointment, come back to the table, and then let's amend the charter, the airport charter that reflects how we move forward. Want to add, Simon? Go is no longer interested, then we get together, the attorneys will get together and see how we want to move forward with non-ratification from board to board.
Okay, Selectman Cameron,
Now you still talking.
you through, Selectman Brock?
Yes.
Okay, Selectman Cameron.
Let's talk to the county board one more time.
County board, one more time. Okay, so here we are, we've discussed the amendment, the addition to the agenda, consider amending the airport board resolution. It was motioned by Selectman Johnson, second by Selectman Brock. We've discussed it. Now it's time to vote. Yes. You got something else to say?
Yeah, I make a motion that we make an alternative, and we don't do this, and we discuss.
You wanna make a substitute motion?
Substitute motion that we discussed with the county board one more time.
Okay, we have a substitute motion by Selectman Cameron to discuss with the county board one more time. Can I get a second? Second by Selectman Williams.
What are we discussing? We're gonna ask them.
It was motion and second. It was motioned by Selectman Cameron, second by Selectman Williams, that we discuss with the county board one more time about this joint appointment.
I mean, so Selectman Cameron, what exactly are we gonna be asking them?
Let's just sit down at the table one more time.
I mean, about what they told us know about already?
See if we can come to an agreement.
I mean, obviously there hasn't been any problem with them going county, city, and I don't know what the big deal is now. I mean, I don't mind talking to people, but after they're told us no twice, now we're begging.
Okay?
As a matter of fact,
Mayor, what do you let me do back?
this board operates, and any other municipality operates.
He's still talking.
Any other municipality operates on what they vote on. If this board decides to do a resolution, this is what we think is best to move forward, we're gonna try talking to them. I mean, I got friends I don't talk to much. Sometimes they tell me, no, that's just what it is. They don't wanna do it. So, I mean, we have to move forward with what this board wanna do. I don't know, going back, we're begging now.
Okay, if you didn't hear, I'm gonna try to sum up what Selectman Hill
I
said.
said don't do it. That's what I'm saying. I'm going to do that.
What Selectman Hill is saying is that we don't need to go back and have one more conversation with the county as it relates to this joint appointment.
Mayor Lockley,
Yes,
you spoke with the board president, correct?
I did, with the presence of our attorney and the presence of their attorney,
What was the consensus when you left there?
that they were not going to seat Ed Silas in that position.
Okay, guys, I mean, why are we going back to talk? I mean, they said their position on it. Let's move on with the declaratory judgment. Unless the mayor, unless you have a better way to deal with it.
I don't have a better way.
Mayor, I would, before, I think that we do need to, in executive session, talk more about the declaratory judgment. And I would prefer that it be done in an executive session and not in an open meeting.
I can deal with that, attorney. You want to do that at the next regular board meeting? Go in executive session to discuss the declaratory judgment?
Well, if the board is still trying to decide what direction it wants to take, I think there is some information that I do need to share with the board as it relates to the declaratory judgment in this particular matter.
Okay.
Mayor Lockley,
Go ahead, Selectman Brown.
If this is going into some specifics, we can handle this tonight in executive session, go.
Amend the agenda and go into executive session.
So, y'all,
Make a motion to amend the agenda to add another item.
Okay, motion again by Selectman Brock to amend the agenda. One additional item, state the item.
Did we vote on
Let's finish one thing at a time. We had a motion and a second, to discuss with the county one more time. We've discussed it, all in favor, say aye.
Mayor Lockwood,
Yes.
Mr. Cameron, is Selectman Cameron saying talk to the county one more time in support of Ed Silence?
He's saying one more time,
Just to try to agree.
try to get to agreement, to get them to agree to see Ed and move on.
I mean, he's on board with seeing Ed Silence on board, okay.
I didn't say that. I said we're trying to get to a point with the county board.
Okay, with the county board, not to see Ed Silence.
Okay.
Okay.
I didn't say I didn't want to see Ed Silence. I mean, this isn't about Ed Silence. That's the whole point that's been missed.
That's the member's name is Mr. Ed Silence.
Right.